new school year is just weeks away, with 2 Midlands districts actually starting school next week. And as back to school shopping gets underway, new data this morning is showing you'll probably spend less this year. That's actually according to the National Retail Federation. Most families will spend an average of $858 on back to school shopping. That's about $17 less than last year. But back to school spending is up 26% over the past 10 years. This year, families are expected to spend the most on electronics and clothing. So before you head out for some back to school shopping, we are on your side. We are back with Jenny Martin from Southern Savers with how you can stretch your dollars, plus save big on some dorm rooms with thrift finds and also those shared shopping lists. Jenny, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we have a whole plethora of stuff here on this table. So let's go ahead and start by, we're not just doing back to school shopping, we're pretty much through the entire school year.
You are, and keep in mind, they're on sale right now.
Right.
We are not going to see sales on any back to school items in the spring.
That's true.
So you really want to try to think, what do we need for the whole year? If you've got smaller kids, just double whatever is on their list.
They're going to need it.
Because these crayons, they are not going to last.
No, they're going to
double
or triple.
An extra back. They're 50 cents, an extra back.
Right.
And just, you're going to be so much happier that you went ahead and you bought for the whole year.
So with that too, that's pretty much like those cheap items that you have there on the left-hand side.
Yes, these are easy ones to stock up on, just stock twice.
Okay, and also they're really generic brands, right?
They are, and we're gonna find the sales are great. They're already running at all of the stores in town. We're talking 50 cents, 25 cents, very easy prices to stock up on, and just going ahead and getting those basics. And Walmart, Target, and Staples are our three that have the best prices.
So let's talk about kind of those brands. You know, maybe one of your kids are saying, hey, you know, I'm really into Paw Patrol right now, or into something like that. How do we kind of
Or even for me, so my high schoolers that are like, Mom, this book's really cool. Okay, let's just put this in perspective, guys.
Okay.
This little spiral notebook, $3.50 for some killer whales.
Right.
35 cents.
Really?
This is 1,000% markup if you want some easy math on that.
Yeah.
Find some stickers.
That's
put a whale sticker on this if that's what we need to do. That's a huge markup. We can spend our money somewhere else.
Okay.
So for my kids, what I tend to do is say, you know what, instead of getting you lots of spiral notebooks that are fun and different colors, let's pick one thing. So this year we got a fun little pencil pouch.
Cute.
It's $4. It was a splurge, but it's better than spending the money to buy 4 fun notebooks.
Okay.
So we still have something fun. They didn't feel like all I did was say no.
Yeah, no. I mean, hey, listen, you got to be honest with there too.
Right.
So you want to be able to maybe splurge on that one item.
Yeah, picking something that you can both agree on, even giving them a budget. Hey, I'm going to give you $7 and you can pick something fun, and they're all of a sudden going to realize how far $7 isn't going to reach them.
Right.
But they get to make those wise choices.
And also with the stickers you mentioned, just as this example here, how cheaper stickers, right?
Right.
I keep hitting this. That's
and
why.
we can keep going and spread that across multiple binders versus just having one thing.
Okay,
That's fun.
That's how you can kind of do it in a way of not doing the brand names, but if they have something unique, whether that's working with the ocean or construction, they're able to find those stickers, coloring and stuff like that.
Still showing off their personality. We can go that way with backpacks too.
Okay.
Instead of paying for the character backpacks, letting them get something little. These are really popular right now. Head to Five Below, head to even Dollar General. You can also do patches. Everyone's got patches this year. So these are like $1.
Okay.
In our family, we get patches when we travel. So you could add a fun Niagara Falls or you know, wherever you've been, you can make your backpack kind of you.
Okay, so that's a good way to just make it a little bit more unique when it comes to that too for the kiddos. And now let's talk about college.
So our college kids, instead of going big on decor, which is you'll see all these pictures of folks that they look like they just moved into some Southern Living magazine spread. Guys, this is a dorm room and they're gonna spend no time in this room. They're going to sleep there. This is coming from a mom of 3 college kids. So go double purpose on items. That's my big one. Get some fun throw pillows that are going to make the bed more comfortable and decorate. Get a fun lamp that maybe it lights up and it's a little different. But they're going to want that extra lighting that isn't just overhead lighting.
Right.
And my big one is let's head to Goodwill. All of these are my Goodwill finds from this week. So you don't have to go far to find these. This is a fun, it's not showing up on camera, but It's one of our like halogen plug-in
Yeah, it just
glows.
lit up.
And it was $3.99.
It still has the tag over here from Goodwill.
So you can save a lot of money, and it's actually kind of fun for your college students to give them that budget again, the same way we did with our little ones. Give them that budget and say, hey, let's hit some thrift stores in town. Let's see what we can find that would be things that you need. And for our dorm room folks, do not forget to talk to the roommate. Really?
Yes, very true.
I know that your boys do not want to do that. Your boys are like, nope, we'll discuss it when we get there. You do not want 2 fridges when you show up. And so let's have that discussion so that you're saving some money too.
Yeah,
Making sure you have just the things you need and not double of everything.
You don't want to overbuy, especially when it comes to a college dorm room. Making sure that you are having those quick conversations. And I love the multi-purpose tools as well, especially for a college dorm room.
It's a tiny space.
Yeah.
And the minute you start moving in, it gets smaller.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, really quickly, tax-free weekend is coming up. We have some information there. It is going to be the first weekend in August. So Jenny, for that, is it worth it, or what specific items is it really worth it for?
So we really want to focus tax-free on the big things.
Right.
And South Carolina is great for us. We do not have a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
We could use this for computers. We can use this for exercise things for if you've got kids in sports and all sorts of things. Please don't save buying your crayons for tax-free weekend. That's a 3-cent savings on a 50-cent pack of crayons. So let's focus on really big things. Tax-free weekend is crazy busy in the stores, so don't forget that you can also get that with every online purchase. It is just geared towards where that item is being shipped. So as long as its delivery is in South Carolina, you are not going to pay tax on it.
There you go. Those are definitely some quick tips there. Of course, this is all school essentials that are going to be tax-free, but as Jenny said, make sure you're doing it on kind of the bigger purchases instead of those crayons you're really not making out with like a really big deal.
It's not worth saving. And honestly, we're already seeing a lot of the stores sell out on some of these cheaper items because these parents know they're crazy cheap and I'm going to get them now. These are also available online.
Oh, there you go.
I can grab my 50-cent crayons. I can grab my 35-cent notebooks without even having to go to Target.
There you go. Nice and easy. Jenny, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
We always appreciate it. She always comes in with all of the tips and tricks to save you some money. We are going to be putting this conversation on our website, WLTX.com, later on today, so you can always check it out all before tax-free weekend or even before you go ahead and press to buy to cart and to go ahead and buy it. So, Jenny, we appreciate you.
Glad to have you.
All righty, let's go ahead and send it back over to Whitney. We're talking about some national headlines this morning.
All right, thank you so much. We appreciate all those